Now you snooze. Lights can't.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, Zach Wilson. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. 2nd down and a run by Robinson.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Wilson. And a dump off here to Robinson. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense running out, and we shine the spotlight on the undrafted revelation, James Robinson.
He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy that's just happened, some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do.
The numbers in last week's ball game for Wilson. 8 catches, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Here's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Give that sack to Nakobe Dean. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
After the sack on first down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. It looks like land at the 4. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. The numbers for Sanders last week: 14 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards for number 11.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Another run with Sanders.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. The Eagles at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On 2nd and 7,
Hurts. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Running right, here's Sanders. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Hold the set. Grab 50, grab 50.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
It's fielded at the 45. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, they get downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here's Hurts to throw.
This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
New York set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Watch it.
No, but hold on a minute.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've
tried to fit it into more, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
From the 38, Hurts. That's caught by the big, puts it on the carpet, it's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out, and I know that's a great play for that defensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2-hand. Here is the kicks away following that fumble return.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This offense returns to the field. And former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable. And really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here. Because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. It's a second down run with Sanders. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Hurts.
And this is caught by Watkins.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And some room to run now.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him now to this point. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. They'll fake the give to Sanders. Now Hurts.
And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Come on.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
This is complete to Watkins on the slant.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
A.J. Brown, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Wilson on first down. Open man here is Conklin. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
On first and 10, it's Hall. To the 27-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that will close the gap down to 14. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
This fielded right at the goal line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we have come to halftime, and what's already Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're on top here as they come up on a 1st and 10, trying to make amends for that loss week at the hands of Seattle. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Ashton Davis.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Deliver and accept it. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And out now come the Eagles.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you're expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On the slant, he's got Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To throw is Wilson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Another run here with Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw.
He's got Brown on the out route complete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Miles Sanders with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
So a definite surprise there. They try to fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Hurts' throw brought in by Brown.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pull things off after a big effort.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This to the outside, it's Sermon.
Touchdown! Trey Sermon, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Elijah Moore.
27 yards.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives,
And a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I really put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Got his man. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards on the pickup there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
181 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And a lead now up to 14.
So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Being chased out left.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson will throw again. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll go again with Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Quick slant, caught by Moore.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
To throw again is Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense.